Hello guys, and welcome to my very first part of my gameplay preview of Krater. Quick thing about Krater, guys. So recently I got an opportunity to basically alpha to beta test the new game Krater, which is coming out. It's a game being developed by Fat Shark SE, Fat Shark development team. Fat Shark is a smaller company that actually is going to be making their mark in the world pretty soon. They're developing Krater, and they are also developing the new game War of the Roses, which I'm sure some of you have heard about. Krater may be a bit of an unknown game to some of you guys, but I actually I recently just started playing it. I put at least 4 to 5 hours in this game, if not more, as a tester, and I've really enjoyed it so far. It's a very polished game. Well, it's a very good game. I'm really enjoying it. It's basically a post-apocalyptic RPG setting. There's a society. I'm just going over the preliminaries here. How it works is that there's after the Cold War era, obviously it went off, lots of nukes, the whole world was destroyed basically, and now there's an entire society living in this hole, this giant hole that leads to the center of the earth apparently, which is called the Krater. Everyone lives in different realms of the Krater, and it has all these distinct societies and these different villages and different towns and things like that. This game is based on exploration. There's dungeon exploration, and you do multiple party control systems. So I'm going to feature a little bit of that here today, guys, so let's get on in and let's take a look at Krater. So here is the loading screen. We got some nice interaction, so you can see the screens moving. You start out in the main town called Normalm, or whatever it is. You can see there on the left. So we're going to get in here. Now, this is pre-alpha to early alpha stage, guys, so this game is by no means complete. So if there's anything here that are like any bugs or anything like that, those are attainable because this isn't the polished and complete version. As an alpha tester, I'm only given a certain amount of freedom to the game, but I'm given a decent amount. So basically, we'll go over a few of the characters real quick. Now, so you can play. There are 4 different types of characters in this game. How it works is that it's an RTS, as in your characters level up. That's done by the meter over here. It fills up. It's kind of comedic almost. And now you control a party of 3 characters at all times. Now, what kind of characters you want is up to you. There are 4 different types. There's DPS, CC, healer, and then there's the bruiser or the brawler. Now, the brawler is this big guy here with the barbell. He is, as it states, he's a bruiser. Basically, he's a tank. He soaks up damage and deals a decent amount of damage in return, and he's the main party damage soaker. He has the most health out of all the characters. Over here, we've got the DPS character. This guy's name is Bert. He wields 2 melee weapons. One is like a shield with some blades attached to the end. The other looks like a crowbar. You guys can see that right there. He's also scratching himself. He's my DPS champion, and we also have my healer. This guy's name is Nina, or this girl's name is Nina, I guess. She is a healer. She heals my party up, and that's how it works. Each champion, or why do I keep saying champion? Each character comes up with 2 different abilities, which are all shown down here. For instance, my CC character, my tank character, Bert, he's got Cleave, which does some weapon damage. In Arc, he's got Stomp, which causes taunts, and it does a amount of his weapons damage in a radius. Nina's got Heal. She's got Channeled, which sends health out to other champions. Other characters, I don't know why I keep saying champions. And then we've got Stefan, who's got Stab, which does a 200% weapon damage attack. And we have Lacerate, which does bleeding damage, so it does a certain amount of damage for a certain amount of time. Now, there are other characters though, but I'll go over that later in parts. This is going to be a bit of a shorter part. So we're going to go over here, and as I said, this game is based on exploration, looting, and things like that. Here's the inventory screen. I've already put a decent amount of hours in this game, so here are some different things. You can see there's crafting in this game, guys. You can craft your character's own weapons. You can craft buffs, which are called upgrades. You can see right here, for Stefan, I've given him HP upgrades. Stamina upgrades, strength, and HP, and those will upgrade his stats, which are shown right here. So here's Stefan's stats, which can be upgraded through the upgrade screen right here. There's Nina, and then there's Bert. We'll go into that more later as we get into later parts. So we're going to go into the world map now, and I'll show you guys that a bit. Okay, so Krater is a very large game, guys. This is only about, I think, 5 to 10% of the map, if I remember correctly. So right now we're in Normalm. That's the main starter town you start at. There are a couple places I could go. The military complex, the Gragrite, and then there's some towns over here as well, which I can't go to until I get there. Now, the interesting thing is that this little this represents my party moving around the world. And I actually can have a random encounter kind of thing, which is pretty interesting. But we're going to go to Gragrite here. I've already been in here, but I'll just feature this a bit and show you guys some of the combat. So this game has got some pretty cool combat. It's pretty interesting. Let me heal my character real quick. Okay. Alright, so we're going to move out here, and I'll show you guys some of the combat. So we've got, let's see, we've got some wolves over here. So we're going to go in, we're going to fight these guys. So there goes my champion CC ability. I'm going to channel him, and that's the channel ability. That ability you just saw there also is the, let's see, is the DPS's stab ability. Now this game actually is pretty balls hard if you don't know how to play it, so make sure that you do know how to play, guys, if you do play this game. There are definitely some good combinations you can work out. Like for me, I typically go in and I have my big guy go in and he slams the ground, which taunts them. So I do that. My champion's already pretty strong, so I actually can get through these guys pretty easily. So let's grab this stuff. You can also loot people. Like there, I just got a rubber duck and then I got some of the game's currency. So let's head on through here. Looks like we got some more wolves and we have a bear. A bear! So let's heal my character here. I'm going to have my DPS guy go around because I don't want him to die. And I'm going to use a combination of spells to heal myself up. So there we go. That's pretty cool. So there's some of the looting stuff. So right now I've got some decent stuff. Over here we've got some pretty intuitive weapons that I can actually pick out from. Like so my character Stefan here, he can use a barbell. He's also got a wrench. You can use a piece of concrete on a stick basically. And then he's got some other stuff. Nina's got, let's see, the grease gun, pistola, a trot. Bert here, he is using a rake, which is basically like a rake attached to a shield in this form of blades. It's pretty interesting. So the worlds are pretty lifelike. I'm really enjoying it so far, actually. The worlds, all the different levels actually are interchangeable. Every time you leave an area and you enter it again, it's different, which I like because it adds some unit variety. And then, let's see, and they've got this nice atmosphere, and I like the music, it pairs off with it well. They actually just recently added the music. So let's go on through here. I'm just going to take you guys through this one mission. Let's see. Okay, alright, there we go. Let's loot some stuff here. Now, as I said, guys, since this is an alpha stage, not everything is completely finished, as in the character line. The reason I haven't talked about the storyline yet is because I do know the basic storyline, which I already reflected over marginally in the very beginning of this video. But actually, the main story isn't actually put into the elements of the alpha phase yet, so I won't be able to go over that until the future. So, alright, so we're going down here. Let's do this. I'm going deeper into the cavern here. Come on. There we go. Alright, and let's see, we got a basic extractor, a concrete, a rusty plate. Those are crafting things. So the basic extractor is a gadget, which gives me certain buffs and strength abilities, which I'll go over in a little bit. Oh, let's actually, let's go save my champion. Let's go save my healer here real quick. Let's have her heal herself. There we go. I think we're going to go straight ahead and see what's up here. We have another bear. All the dungeons, also the interesting thing about it is that they all have different enemies to fight in the very beginning. So whenever you enter a dungeon, the enemies will never be the same twice. I've entered this dungeon twice now, I think, and last time I was fighting a bunch of like weird bats, like mutated bats that were like twice my size. So kind of freaky. Alright, we've got some guys over here. I'm very excited to see how this game's going to look when co-op comes out, because the possibility for having each person, like 3 people, controlling each of 3 characters, that'd be pretty fun, I think, personally. Oh, we're going to be fighting 2 champions here. Alright, this might not go as well as I hope. Alright, so it looks like my healer has gone down. Oh no, he hasn't, okay. Your characters can go down, guys, and if they do, you just pick them up. So it's not too bad. The game can be pretty unforgiving, though, because there actually are dungeons where you literally, they're called, I think they're called, like, challenge dungeons, where literally the dungeon, if you go in and you lose any of your characters, they actually will die, and if they die, they are dead for good. So you have to be very careful. You can actually recruit more characters as you go along and spend money to recruit them, kind of like mercenaries, and add them to your party. Alright, so it looks like this area is complete. Let's go on over here. Oh, look at the dead wolfies. They only wanted to eat me. Boom! I love that jump ability he does where he just flies at them. What's this? The Auberg. I think that's a CC weapon, actually. That is a CC weapon. Alright, so I'm gonna have to give that to my other champion later. I've got a character who actually uses guns as the main skill set, and I'm gonna have to give that to him later. He's kind of like my sniper. And I think this here is gonna take me to the world map. Alright, so yeah, that was the end of the dungeon. So, that was just a quick overview, guys. It may have been a little all over the place, but I was trying to get you guys to see what this game's about. More videos will come out of this game in due time. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, and I'll